Hey, what's up guys? I'm here with my July wrap-up and my August TBR today. July was a little bit of a slow month for me. I am a little disappointed because I wasn't at what I wanted to be at, but it is what it is. I have a whole stack of things for August that I'm hoping to get read, so hopefully I'll get caught up with that. But let's just jump in with the books that I read in July here. I am doing this early, but I just don't know if I will be finishing another book by the end of July. That's why I'm doing this. I really don't think I'm going to, so technically July is not over, but it is for me. Anyway, the first book I read in July was a reread. I read this quite a while ago, and it's one of my favorite books I've read. I think I read it in middle school, but that book is Why We Broke Up. And the story is by Daniel Handler. The story is by Daniel Handler, and the art on the cover, and there's art throughout the book, and that art is by Myra Coleman. I end up giving this a 4.6 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, and it was phenomenal. I do have to say, I highly enjoyed this book. I rated it a 4.7 out of 5. Definitely worth the read. If you haven't read it yet, I really would. That is my air conditioner in the background, but it is a hot one today. The next book was another book that I highly enjoyed. This book got a 5 out of 5 stars for me, and that book is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Now that I read the book, I am very excited to watch the movie. I highly enjoyed it, and this is another one that I really think you should read if you haven't yet. If you did watch the movie, if you did see that, let me know down below what you thought of it. I've heard it was a pretty good book to movie adaptation, but let me know your thoughts. And the last book I read in July was Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. I really enjoyed this book. At first as I was just getting into it, it seemed a little kind of lower level reading, but I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the read, honestly. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I gave this a 4.7 out of 5 also, and that's just because the reading did seem like a little lower level to me, but it's whatever. It was a great book. There's a sequel coming out next year in 2018, so I'm really excited to read that. I really don't want to wait. It was an amazing book. So like I said, a really bad month for me. Only 4 books this month, but I gotta step it up, and hopefully August will be a little better. I hope so, because I have a whole stack of books that I want to get read. Let's go over them right now, actually. The first book that I want to get done in August is Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. I did start it, and I'm really enjoying it so far, but I've been switching jobs and, you know, having to go for the interview and the drug testing, and I just haven't been in a reading mood. So I did start it, and it's a very short book, but I don't know if I'll get it finished, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna finish this in August. And this also has a book 2 coming out. I believe that is also 2018, but I could be wrong. I know it's not out yet. I have it pre-ordered, but I will put down below when that's coming out. Flame in the Mist is another book that I want to get done in August. I've heard some really great things about it, so I'm excited to dive into this one. This is by Renee. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name, but I heard it's really good, so if you read it, let me know what you think. Never Never by Brianna R. Shroom is the next book that I'm hoping to get done in August. As you can tell, I'm in kind of a retelling mood. I wanted to read these last month in July. I was also in a retelling mood then, but I don't know. I changed my mind, I guess, but I'm back in the mood for retellings, so this is the third book I'm hoping to get done in August. Oh, and look, another surprise. It's another retelling, and this is Hunted by Megan Spooner. I've heard some really great things about this book too, and the cover is so pretty. Just look at that sparkle. Okay, doesn't look sparkly on the camera, but it's pretty. I like it. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I've always loved Beauty and the Beast, so yeah, I'm hoping I'll enjoy this one. And again, same as the last few books, let me know if you've read this and what you thought about it. I realized I didn't tell you what the other retellings were that I wanted to read. So Never Never is a Peter Pan retelling. I'm sure that was obvious by the cover and, you know, Never Never, but just in case you didn't know, that's a Peter Pan retelling. Flame in the Mist is a Mulan retelling. Now, I've read some places that it was a Mulan retelling, and I've read some places that it wasn't a retelling, but I've seen more places that it was a retelling, so I'm under the impression that this is a Mulan retelling. If I'm wrong, let me know. And Queen of Hearts, I'm sure, is another obvious one. This is an Alice in Wonderland retelling. Okay, no more retellings this month. The next book I want to read is Brazen, and this is by Kathleen Longshore. I've been wanting to read this for a while, but there are 2 other books along with it. So I'm hoping to get them ordered and, you know, delivered here by the end of August. So I'm gonna try and read this one, but if I don't get the other 2, I'm probably not. But I'll update you on that. As of right now, I am hoping to get it done. The next book has been on my currently read list for like 2 months. This is Savage Girl, and this is by Jean Zimmerman. And the story seems so interesting to me, but every time I pick it up, I'm just not in the mood for it. But I've been wanting to read it for, like I said, for like 2 months. So I'm hoping I can kind of just sit down, get into it, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. This book is set in the 1800s, and it's about this girl. Her name is Bronwyn. Let me check on that. Bronwyn. Her name is Bronwyn, Bronwyn. That is her name, and it's kind of self-explanatory. They call her the Savage Girl. She's very, very unrefined. She speaks broken English, has a wild side to her. Now, I don't know if they mean like wild as in like cave woman type wild. Doesn't really say in the summary, but they try and refine her, and then a boy comes into the picture, so pretty sure there's some love going on there, but we'll find out. It sounds interesting to me, so hopefully I can finally crack down and get into it and see if I like it as much as I thought I would. So yeah, there's Savage Girl. Okay, the next book I have here is a big one. The next book that I want to get done in August is Just One Evil Act by Elizabeth George. This is like a crime mystery type thing, so I'm really excited for this. It is a decent sized book, but hopefully we'll get through this one as well. I'm also really in the mood to reread Game of Thrones though. Like, I've been wanting to jump back into that because the next book does have a 2017 release date. I want to start reading them, so when the next one comes out, I'm ready to read it. So I might reread some of them. I don't know, but we'll see. So far, I really want to get those previous books I listed done. I've been wanting to read them for a while, but I might throw a Game of Thrones book in there, here and there, to try and get them caught up too. So I don't know. I'll let you know. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Actually, I lied. I did want to go over my reading challenge. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I do have a reading challenge set up on Goodreads, and my challenge is to read 100 books by the end of the year. I'm at 47 out of 100 right now, so I'm almost halfway. I'm a little bit, you know, further behind than I would like to be, but I'm hoping with August I will, oh gosh, almost knocked some shit down there. I'm hoping with August I will catch up and be where I want to be, and, you know, stay on track with that reading challenge. I did link my Goodreads in my last video in the description box, but I will definitely link it in this video as well down here in the description box. So check out my Goodreads, and that'll show you all the books that I've read so far this year. I also do have a video on my previous channel, the channel that got deleted, which is why I started this channel. But on that previous channel, Bailey's Bookish Babbles, I do have a video going over all of the books that I've read so far. So there's that. And yeah, that's it this time. This is definitely it. So I will see you next time, hopefully. And have a great night.